Hello folks, Taylor Johnson here. I wanted to give you a look at the June real estate report for the Washington, D.C. area. And here's kind of a summary of everything, and then we'll go into some detail. You can see that sales are down 18%, but the sales price, the median sales price, has remained relatively steady. It's actually just a little bit up this month. New listings are down 40% over last year, which is crazy. And the months of supply is at 1.3. So we're in a very tight market. We can see that we've got a sales activity that's narrowing the gap from last year. And they point out that if there was more inventory, things would actually be better, and that kind of makes some sense. We have a very, very tight market. This is the real issue here, that there's just not enough homes currently for sale. The number of active listings has declined 3 consecutive months. And we're down 20% from what we were a year ago and more than 50% from pre-COVID levels. So that's a tremendous tightening or shortening of the market, and just 1.3 months of supply region-wide. So it's a very competitive market. Homeowners are somewhat locked in. Some folks who, lots of folks bought or refinanced earlier at those super low interest rates, abnormally, historically low rates of 2.5–3%, and they're somewhat unlikely to, or reluctant might be a better word, to sell at 7%. But sometimes, they have to, right? 7 is really where we are right now. 6.5 to 7 seems to be kind of the range that we're floating in. So that's not going away for a while. And what we do urge people to do is, if they can, stomach the pain of the purchase at 7%. Somewhere down the road, you'll be able to refinance at a better rate. Maybe it's only 6% or 5.5%, but still it's going to save you some money. And you're in the market now, building equity and long-term wealth, rather than waiting and building it for somebody else while you pay rent. Buyers in the market do need to act quickly. The days in the market is around 7, so things are still moving pretty fast. And the demand index is holding relatively steady around 89, 90, somewhere in there. It's fairly strong. We see that the median sales price here, we've had a trend over the last few years where it was up, and now you can see it's been relatively steady over the last half year. And median days on market. Also, here's new active listings. So we've got a real decline. You can see for most of the years, we've had a decline in active listings, which is adding to the challenge of purchase. The MLS economists predict that this inventory will remain low through 2023 and probably longer. If you read articles, I've been reading some articles in Wall Street Journal and New York Times, that we've been in really an underbuilding for the last 40 years. So housing is the number of units available is a real issue that is not going away overnight. So if we look at local markets, so remember, up to this point, we've been looking at the region as a whole. Now we break it out into various other areas. We can see that all across the board, we've had a decline in closed sales, with the district being sort of maybe in the mid-range of where that decline is. And the median sales price, you can see in some districts has gone up. In some areas it has gone down. And right now, Washington, D.C. itself, the District of Columbia, is one of the bargain areas where the price decline has been at 17%, basically, in comparison to other areas. New pendings and new listings. New listings, here we'll look at this. Again, you can see region-wide it's 40%, but you can see in other areas it's even significantly lower, like Arlington County is down 40%, Loudoun County is down 45%. That's like a 50% cut in inventory overnight in 1 month. Just crazy. So of course that adds to the challenge as a buyer. And you can see median days on market here, around 6 to 7, though in DC itself we're at 16. So what we're seeing is, on a relative basis, that Washington, D.C. is a slightly better place to be looking. There's a little bit lower decrease in inventory. The pricing is a little bit better, and you've got a little more time to get out there and look at things. Everything else is super, super competitive. And months of supply shows the same. So months of supply means how long would it take to sell all the homes currently for sale if nothing new came on the market? So you're looking at around 1 month for everything except DC, which is 3 months supply. 3 months is still very tight. A balanced market is 6 months. 3 months is still a seller's market. Again, it's a good time to be a buyer, actually, right now, because there are fewer buyers in the market. Even though it is a seller's market, we can, in some homes, negotiate a slightly better price, slightly better terms, maybe a seller credit to help you with the sale, something like that. But not in every home, right? And certainly we're in a better position than we were a year and a half ago, when things were crazy competitive with 30, 40 offers in the same house, and people were basically giving away their firstborn child in order to be able to win the purchase. We're not in that position right now, but it is still very competitive and things are moving very quickly. Showings are down, but this is sort of a false record because this is down over last year. If we look at month to month, showings are actually up every month this year. Each month is slightly higher than the month before. So we are seeing more buyer interest in the market. All right. So that's basically it. That's the market in a nutshell. If you'd like a full report, or you have any questions on this, you'd like some explanation, please reach out to me. I'm Taylor Johnson with Keller Williams Capital Properties. I'm part of the Eng Garcia team, and I'm here to be a resource for you. Thanks very much for watching. If you liked this, please click on the like button, subscribe to my channel. That will help other folks like you find their way to this as well, and share with your friends. Thanks very much. Have a wonderful day. Bye now.